Hello, everybody. So, I don't know how you thought about the debate last night, but I'm sure it was very hard for a lot of you Americans here to actually sleep, but I know something big like this isn't supposed to be taken as a very lightly. I know the president's been doing this chaotic stuff for almost 4 years now. It's quite upsetting, tiresome, and I too had some trouble sleeping. Also because I stayed up watching the after debate with the CBS News team on what the results of the presidential debate were. And it's classified as one of the most chaotic. So that gives you an overall view of what exactly been going on in the debate. I really have to say, it's quite sickening to watch, even the audience in the back. That watching all this, like, unfold, that stuff, clearly that was, very sickening to watch. And you can guess that Donald Trump, as usual, is always behaving in wacko situations. I mean that as in, he doesn't know the right way to act in public and that stuff. He doesn't know how to respect other people's decisions. He doesn't even know how to do anything. The guy pretty much doesn't have any boundaries and that stuff. And that's pretty much what narcissists don't have. They don't have boundaries for anything. When it comes to listening to other people's opinions on whatever. It can't just be about the view of America. It could be someone's opinion about something completely different. And they could do, well, they could do something evil against you because you have a different opinion on what their view is. It's very upsetting, but at the same time, whatever is said, you pretty much have to just, deal with it. I mean, you can't really change what is said and what other people do. There's obviously no change whatsoever and you can't fix it. But what you can fix is the next election. And so far, the polls show that Joe Biden is ahead of Donald Trump. And I am grateful for it because, I'll be honest with you, I hated all those videos that has me talking about, how horrible the President of the United States is. Much as I get tired of it, talking about it all the time, as much as you enjoy listening to it. But at the same time, I get a kick out of it, because, well, I like to see how stupid this guy is. And the whole world is laughing at him. Just about every day. Even his own supporters are, not wanting to re-elect him. Because of how bad of a narcissist he's been. He's criticized Joe Biden in, his son? If you recall that day where he called his whole military losers and suckers, a lot of people didn't like what he had to say. And he also interrupted Joe Biden whenever he was asked questions by Chris Wallace in the presidential debate. That there is just showing that he has no respect for anything. And he is really not going to accept the responsibility that he should take accountability for, doing these kind of things. I've seen ads on there saying that Donald Trump doesn't like to take responsibility for anything. Anything at all. It just shows a lot about him. It exposes what kind of a person he is. Not as the president, but as an individual. And this is where people realize that, okay, so our next 4 years, we do not want somebody in the White House that's completely wacko and narcissist. And we would not want to continue to have a year where the President of the United States would, completely just corrupt and divide America even more. That includes race. And what even got the people really on edge here was the question about white supremacists. That's what really drove people up the wall right there. I imagine people in the back, when Chris Wallace asked that question, I'm sure a lot of them were driven on the edge of their seats. Probably in a situation like that, I would walk away from a debate, because that question does sound kind of racial, not because of the question, but because of Donald Trump. He himself is a racist. And in somewhere I've seen a video where he refuses to recognize white supremacists. That was just, disturbing. And it shows that he has no love for the American people, regardless of what color they are. That kind of stuff. I'm just so disappointed and upset about what I've seen in this debate. What the fate of America could actually be. But Joe Biden made it like very, very clear that it's the American people that get to decide who gets voted and who does not. You gotta... When it comes to voting, that's what it's all about. It's all about what the American people want, what kind of leadership they want in America. And the previous president, before an election comes up and that stuff, doesn't have the power and authority to say, you must vote for me to protect America. It's not other people's decision. It's not... Well, that's the fact. It's not somebody else's decision on whether you should vote for one person and then... or you should vote for this guy. Well, here's the reality. It's the opinion of other people who decides gets elected here. It's not anybody else's business, I should say. You're your own person. You have the right to vote for whoever you want. It's not the decision of the other person. You're your own person. You can vote however you want. And who you want as the leader of America here. But I strongly encourage you that you vote for Joe Biden because I don't think we could go with another year of narcissism here in America. Because if this guy gets reelected, he would corrupt and divide America even further. And America could be in a much worse crisis than it is now. Thousands of people would lose their jobs. People that are homeless probably wouldn't have money to buy a house anymore. The violent protests about Black Lives Matter and that stuff, the peaceful protests, and the police brutality will still continue to go on because President Trump has no peaceful plan on making the situation better. I heard Joe Biden say that he has no plan when it comes to coronavirus. And the fact check said that it was misleading. And I could see why, because the sentence wasn't completely finished. It should have said, or what he should have said is, the president has no plans on handling the coronavirus situation the right way. That's what I would be saying if I were in that situation. But anyway, guys, there's a lot of stuff wrong with Donald Trump. He criticized Joe Biden in pretty much every angle. But like I said, can't be helped. But here's what I urge a lot of you to do. Now, this is, like I said, your opinion who you vote for. If you people think Donald Trump leads the country way better than Joe Biden, I can't tell you that you shouldn't vote for Donald J. Trump. It is you, the person, who decides who gets voted and that stuff. And you don't vote for Donald J. Trump just because he wants you to vote for him to stop the radical left and the Democrats destroying America, which he claims in a lot of mail and ads that are out there. He urges you to vote for him because he's the one who's saying he promises to make America great again, when he actually makes America even worse than it is right now. Do you think you could tolerate racism for another few years? And division and corruption in America and that stuff? I strongly encourage you to vote for Joe Biden. Because here's the thing. Joe Biden's actually going to bring peace to America again. Take care of the police brutality situation. And like he said, those people need to be held accountable for it. Like the killing for George Floyd. Those cops have been arrested. And I'm pretty sure the cops that shut down Rayshard Brooks is in jail. But this is all a result of Donald J. Trump's idiotic decision. He's a complete lunatic and psycho that he's not willing to want to fix anything here in America. Joe Biden is a way better position than he is. Because if Joe Biden gets elected, this means that the image of America could be restored. And if you want to re-elect Donald J. Trump, the image of America will be corrupted and division for another few years. And if this is what the people want, which I'm sure they won't, because after the debate, I'm pretty sure people are sick and tired of Donald J. Trump. And at the presidential debate, everybody's been watching what he's been doing on stage and all that stuff. Even a lot of Republicans hated how he was performing on the debate stage. So I'm very sure that Donald J. Trump has no absolutely no way of restoring peace to America. He'd even refused to make a peaceful transition of power and restore the United States. So, that's all for today's video. I really don't want to be discussing a lot of this because, like I said, what everybody else says, the presidential debate was sick. It was disgusting, it's chaotic, and I'm just gonna give my opinion here. I think Joe Biden is way better for America than if you re-elect Donald J. Trump. So far, Biden is winning by polls. But, I mean, I'm sorry, you Trump supporters, if you're really getting your hopes high for re-electing Donald J. Trump because you think he'll still keep his promise and that stuff, well, then you are obviously going along with all the lies he said and that stuff. He pretty much said a lot of lies since the beginning of 2016, all the way up to just now. So I would think twice before you re-elect Donald J. Trump. Because, here's the thing. Do you want more racism and division and corruption here in America for the next few years? Or do you want to see Joe Biden elected as president, who will take care of the police brutality, announce that law and order should be issued here in America? I believe Joe Biden is about law and order. He will stop, or do his best to stop the division here in America, stop the racism, stop any form of corruption here in the United States. Joe Biden is your better option for electing as president versus Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump has attacked Joe Biden about, well, pretty much all the facts that Joe Biden said about Donald J. Trump, what he did and what he didn't do. And he was fired up about that. This shows that this man, Donald J. Trump, is so unfit for office. He needs to get out of the White House. He needs to be voted out. And this is what the people did outside of the death of Judge Ruth, outside of the place where they held the casket of Judge Ruth. Donald Trump went there to pay his respects for the death of Ruth, and outside of them, or outside of the building, there are the crowd chanting, "Vote him out," because the American people know how this president is. They know how idiotic he is for president, and he needs to be voted out, and Joe Biden needs to be elected as president, so that stuff like this cannot continue on. If Joe Biden's elected, there'll be no more corruption, no more division. Well, actually, I should use the word less. There'll be less corruption, less division. And it'll be less of a problem. This is why Joe Biden's a better choice. But anyway, it's not my job to say who you should vote for. I'm just saying Joe Biden's the better choice. Anyway, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Consider what I've mentioned in the video. And hopefully we can make America better by voting for Joe Biden. This man, Joe Biden here, is not a psycho like Donald J. Trump. And Joe Biden would never make stupid decisions like this man did for 3 years straight. This is Charles Morse. Have a good day. I'll see you all later.